In this video, I'm going to be going over some of the basics of yo-yoing. So I know you already know the basic throw. I'm going to teach you another throw, which is the breakaway. And while you work on the breakaway, you're going to also want to work on the man on the flying trapeze, which I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But basically what you're going to do is, for the breakaway, is you're going to want to find a way to hold the yo-yo in your hand so that it isn't frontward like this, but it's sideways. You still want to have the string going from the top of the yo-yo down to your finger, so that remains the same, but you want to have it sideways in your hand some way. I kind of grab it like a doorknob, but you can really do it in any way. You can do it like that. It doesn't even matter how you hold it in your hand. It's just the motion that's important for the throw. So what you're going to want to do is just find a way that suits you. Most yo-yoers, and the way that I recommend, is that you hold it in your hand normally and just turn your arm inward so that it's facing the correct direction, and then just do your throw like that. Now for the breakaway throw, the motion you're going to do is kind of like you're hitting with a hammer. So if you imagine a nail right here, you're going to just hit the nail. You're going to want to kind of go through it because you want to get a lot of power out of this throw. And you want to have a lot of room when you're practicing this. I don't, so I'm kind of nervous that I'm going to hit something, but try and have some room when you're practicing this throw. So just swing around like that, and you want to go pretty early, I would say, pretty much as soon as you start swinging. And when you do that, you're going to want to practice swinging up and landing a trapeze. And this is where I'm going to teach you how to land the yo-yo on the string. This goes for all mounts. But first thing you're going to need to know is when you land the yo-yo on the string, you actually can't bind it normally like you would normally do from a front style throw if you're doing a breakaway. You're going to need to land it on the opposite side of the string because you're spinning the opposite direction. Now, but before that, the problem you're going to probably run into is that the yo-yo is going to be tilting on you. And what you can do to correct that is push the string into different sides of the yo-yo, experimenting with the different ways that it tilts. That can harm or help you, but you're just going to want to experiment with that. If you push your hand forward into the yo-yo, it tilts backward. You push it backward, it goes forward, and you just want to experiment with that. Now, once you get good at the breakaway, you want to land the yo-yo into a trapeze over your finger. To do that, this is a principle that applies in pretty much all cases where you land the yo-yo on the string, where you're just going to be, the only hand that's really moving is your yo-yo hand. Your non-yo-yo hand is just going to be completely still. You can even just hold, I've done things before where I'll hold out a stick, or even do it over a tree branch or something. So really, you really don't need to move your non-yo-yo hand at all. It's just all your yo-yo hand that's doing all the work. So you just want to, I would recommend practicing this, swing back and forth, and then when it starts to touch your finger and the string starts to bend like so, just pull straight up. And the main thing is that you don't want to pull forward or backward, because if you do, it misses to either the inside or to the outside. You want to go either straight up and down, or at least go backward. You don't want to go forward or towards you or away from you. You just want to go in the same plane as the yo-yo. So once you can land the yo-yo on the string, to bind, what I'm going to teach you first is this bind. So to do that, you're going to just hop the yo-yo off onto your middle finger, like so. And you're just going to leave the yo-yo there. And then what you're going to kind of do is cross your hands over, and you're going to place the yo-yo on top of the string like that. And it's going to put you in this kind of awkward cross arm mount, but what you can actually do is uncross, like so the strings cross over instead, and pinch the string, and then you're just going to pull up and bind like normal. And when you put that together, it actually looks pretty good. So you're going to go like that, and your dominant hand is going to be facing out the whole time. So you're not going to turn it in like that, you're going to turn it outward like that. For landing in different mounts on front style, The same principles apply, but I've already taught you how to bind like this, but there's a quicker way, which is like that. So to do that, what you're going to do is the same principle as the trapeze, just move the yo-yo forward and backward until it touches your finger, then you're going to lift up and land on the string. And when you're landing it on the string in all tricks, you need to go up and then down. So you can't just keep pulling up, it'll just go right off the top again. So you gotta give it some slack. Now, once you do that, you're gonna have you're gonna wanna land it, always wanna land it like as close to your finger as possible, because that's gonna make it easier for landing on whenever you're landing on the string, try and land it close to your finger, that's really gonna help. So if you're trying to go like that, it's not gonna work very well. So, once you do that, you just land it up on the string, and from here, you can't really bind very easily because the string loop is very short. So what you're gonna want to do is switch the height of your hands. So it's gonna put you in the normal position that you would bind in. So when I taught you like this, you're gonna be like this. But when you land on the string and move your hands, you're gonna be in the same position. From there, you just pinch, pull, and bind like normal, even though I failed. But that's what you're going to do. So landing on the other side of the string can be a little more challenging, but it's the same principles. Just instead of putting your finger in front of the string, put it behind the string, swing the yo-yo back and forth, and when it touches your finger, pull straight up, and then move your hand down a little bit with the yo-yo, like so. Try not to move your yo-yo hand at all, and then hopefully it'll land on the string. And you really want to be careful not to pull to either side, because that's going to make you miss in either direction. And it doesn't sound like it would be that, it sounds like it would be pretty hard to do that, like why would you do that? But it's actually really, really hard not to do that at first. When I was first learning this trick, it was like, I don't know, like patting your head and rubbing your belly. Your mind just doesn't work for it that way for some reason at first. So if you're having trouble with it, just keep practicing and eventually you'll get it. Just make sure to try and pull straight up and down, or like straight back. You never want to move to the side or it's not going to land on the string. But yeah, aside from that, that is your basics of landing on the string, man on the flank trapeze, breakaway, and binds.
Okay, here's a bit of a view from above. For the breakaway, you want to make sure that the yo-yo is facing sideways towards you, regardless of how you hold it. So just find a way that it feels comfortable in your hand, and then just make sure that it's facing sideways towards you and work on that breakaway motion. So it's just like you're hitting a hammer, swing sideways, and try and land into a trapeze. Experiment with correcting the tilt by pushing the string into the side of the yo-yo. That does slow it down a little bit, but you want to experiment with that. Once you can do that, you're going to want to learn this bind that I showed you. To do that, just pop off from the trapeze onto your middle finger. So it's pretty simple, just pop off on your middle finger, let it rest over your middle finger, and then bring your yo-yo hand underneath the yo-yo, crossing your arms over and placing the yo-yo on top of the string. Pinch, pull up, and bind like normal. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you. That's about it.